Chelsea continue their fine form as they go on to beat Nottingham Forest in their own backyard, and that defeat turned out to be Ange Postecoglou's last game in charge, as he was officially sacked right after the match. Chelsea lined up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, with Romeo Lavia and Andres Santos both making their very first Premier League starts of the season. Despite the ongoing injury crisis at the back, young Josh Acheampong once again started, and he delivered big, scoring the opening goal for the Blues. On the other hand, Postecoglou's Forest lined up in a 5-3-2 formation, trying to keep things tight and compact. But Chelsea's control of possession and sharp movement made the difference. Now, let's break it all down. Let's dive into the tactical analysis of this match and see exactly how Chelsea came out on top. Don't forget, smash that like button, leave a comment, share this with your football mates, and of course subscribe for more tactical breakdowns right here on Tactical Analysis. In build-up, Maresca's men, or should I say Wilfredo Caballero's men on the day, shifted out of their 4-2-3-1 structure into a 2-3-4-1 shape. Reece James inverted into midfield to join Romeo Lavia, while Marc Cucurella pushed higher up but stayed wide to provide an extra passing outlet. This created a midfield three ahead of the center-backs, Chalobah and Acheampong, giving Chelsea stability and possession. Meanwhile, Malo Gusto was given the license to advance into the left half space, almost functioning as an additional attacking midfielder. This allowed Chelsea to overload central areas and progress through the thirds more effectively. To counter this, Ange Postecoglou's Forest set up in a 5-2-1-2 low block. Their idea was to stay compact, cut off central progression, and press aggressively in Chelsea's own half, but only with a front four. In the first half, Taiwo Awoniyi and Morgan Gibbs-White led the press by engaging Chelsea's two center-backs. Behind them, Douglas Luiz and Elliot Anderson stepped forward to cover the pivot, closing down Lavia and James in midfield. This pressing trap was designed to force Chelsea either long or into risky passes towards the flanks. But Chelsea were prepared. They used goalkeeper Robert Sanchez as an extra man in the build-up, effectively creating a back three. With Chalobah and Acheampong splitting wider, Nottingham Forest's first line of pressure faced a dilemma. Stay central and block access into midfield, or follow the center-backs wide and leave gaps centrally. For much of the first half, Awoniyi and Gibbs-White opted to remain narrow, blocking central lanes and sometimes tracking Lavia when he drifted into the half spaces. This, however, gave Chelsea more room to recycle possession and gradually pull Forest's block out of shape. In the first half, Chelsea had real problems with progressing the ball into the final third. Forest's compact low block forced them into wide areas where they often ran out of options. But in the second half, Caballero looked to change the picture with key substitutions. On came Jamie Bynoe-Gittens for Garnacho, Moises Caicedo for Lavia, and Marc Guiu as the new focal point. This reshaped Chelsea's attack completely. João Pedro, who started as the striker, dropped into the number 10 role while Guiu became the target man. João Pedro's deeper movement allowed him to receive between the lines and connect play, which forced Ibrahim Sangare into a dilemma. Step out and break Forest's compactness, or hold his position and give Pedro time to operate. At the same time, Guiu provided a vertical outlet up front, holding the ball and giving Chelsea a reliable reference point in attack. Bynoe-Gittens added width and direct dribbling on the left, stretching Forest back 5 horizontally and pushing their wingbacks deeper. This created more space centrally for Chelsea's midfield to combine. On the right, Pedro Neto and Malo Gusto alternated their runs into the half space, taking advantage of the overloads created by João Pedro's movement. With Caicedo stabilizing midfield alongside James, Chelsea finally had both control and penetration. This adjustment flipped the momentum of the match. Chelsea could now break lines more easily, sustain pressure in the final third, and create clearer goal-scoring chances. When Chelsea entered the final third, they committed numbers forward. Marc Cucurella often joined the attacking line, which meant Chelsea were now pushing Pedro Neto, Malo Gusto, João Pedro, Cucurella, Bynoe-Gittens, and Marc Guiu, all against Nottingham Forest backline. With both wide players, Neto and Gittens, holding the width, Chelsea consistently created 1-versus-1 opportunities in the wide channels. On the left, Bynoe-Gittens often combined with João Pedro and Cucurella, forming neat passing triangles. Through overlaps and quick interchanges, they looked to unlock Forest's wingback and create overloads on that side. On the right, it was a different story. Pedro Neto used his explosive pace and direct dribbling to beat his man. From there, he either looked to whip dangerous crosses into the box or cut inside to take on the shot himself. This direct and aggressive approach paid off for Chelsea's opening goal. Neto burst past his marker with an 8.3-meter driving run before delivering a perfectly measured cross into the area. Josh Acheampong timed his run brilliantly and powered home a header to put Chelsea in front. And just look at this. What a reckless foul by Malo Gusto to pick up a red card in the game. But that wasn't even his biggest mistake. Earlier, under no pressure, Gusto had 4 solid passing options available. Instead of picking one, he overhit his pass straight into the path of Taiwo Awoniyi, who nearly punished Chelsea but wasted the chance. Moments like this show exactly where Gusto needs to improve. His decision-making and passing can hurt Chelsea in dangerous areas, and against sharper opponents, those mistakes could be costly. And that brings us to the end of this tactical analysis. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and it really helps the channel grow. And let me know your thoughts about the game and my breakdown in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you think.